Mistakes home buyers make. Good day, Botswana. My name is Kagiso Morokozo and welcome to Property Street Talk, where we try to talk and converse about common mistakes that we make in real estate and its investment. So today's topic, as we start the week, is mistake home buyers make. You know, there are a lot of common traps that we've seen as we go about the idea of buying a home, and mainly centered around the science and the art of home buying. You know, the science of it is that, look, there is this that is academic, there are these facts that you have to establish for you to ultimately own a home. And then the art of it is the sentiment, the emotions that we attach to home ownership and the buying process, you know. So today we're going to talk a bit about that, and how to avoid those common traps that time to time we find buyers falling into. The first one, the idea that you've had a pillow talk with your lover or your partner or your friend, and you wake up to call an estate agent and say, yes, I want to go to Pakalane, there's a house I have in my mind and I want to buy it. Or there's the mere idea that you've been passing through the street, extension 9, and you think you can own that piece of real estate, which simply means that the first mistake we make is that you go house hunting without a proper pre-approval. We believe that, and I believe that, the first stage that you should take up before you do anything if you want to become a home buyer is go to a bond originator, or what you call a financial advisor, or a bank of your choice, who are able to give you what you call a pre-approval. These people are able to sit down with you and establish how much you qualify for, what kind of home you are in the region of, whether it's a 1 million pula house, it's a 2 million pula house, it's an 800,000 pula house. This ideally makes you aware of the category or the standard to which you should be looking. So that is the first mistake that I see a lot of people come to our office here at Morox Properties and are unaware of. So get that pre-approval, talk to your financier, talk to that estate agent at Morox Property who can advise you on how to go about getting your credit score or even getting pre-approval. And of course, by using a professional, you will definitely be able to get the right advice. The second thing that I commonly see a lot of our professionals make is not understanding that there are hidden costs in buying a home. Over and above that pre-approval letter that the bank is promising to share or partner with you in taking up this mandate of owning a home, there are hidden costs that you need to be made aware of. And I call them phantom costs. One of those costs is actually the transfer cost, the bond registration cost. You need to take care of sometimes you need to even pay the estate agent, the consultancy for the estate agent. There are a lot of hidden costs, sometimes even relocation. Imagine you are moving from that rented house to your new home. There is a cost of relocation. So I believe that if you are a home buyer, these are costs and realities you need to budget for. Legal costs are a reality and they are quite expensive, and the transfer costs, like I'm talking, are a reality. Other phantom costs could be relocation costs, modification costs. No one real estate satisfies you right away. So there are those costs that you need to know that lay in phantom, and you need to be able to satisfy. So transfer duty, VAT, and all other costs are things that you need to be seeking advice from a professional to give you this understanding. Another common cost that I walk around and I find a lot of my friends and in my community making is signing the offer letter before you actually have shared it with a legal mind or someone who's going to take you through this process. I once upon a time had a very bitter conversation with a client who came to me running to say, hey, Kagiso, I cannot fully move into my home even though I'm pre-approved and I have gotten a consent from the bank and the transfer is well underway. I cannot finally move into my house because when signing the offer letter, I did not note a clause in the offer letter that states that the owner or the seller of the house will only vacate the house once they have identified their next home. So imagine you are paying a month-to-month mortgage and you can't move into your house simply because in excitement you forgot to read the terms and conditions. So it's quite important that you consider reading that offer letter thoroughly, or getting a legal mind to jump in and hop on. So that is one thing that you need to take off. Another thing that I see that is common is letting emotions. I mean, like I was telling you earlier on, there is a science, there is an art. Sometimes we let a lot of our emotions drive our passion for real estate investment. Remember, this is not like buying magunya like my colleagues somewhere say. It's not buying a car or matonko money. This is a high facility transaction that is illiquid. So do not let sentiment lead you into this investment. So it is very important for you to be objective. And many a time I tell my friends, I'd rather spend in getting consultancy towards buying a house than spend the legal cost of actually selling it because I made a mistake. So think about it. What do you want to do first? You'd rather get a proper professional to hold your hand in this transaction and not let your sentiment or your emotion, because my friend or my church mate bought that phase 2 house, therefore I think I'm a phase 2 dweller. No, let's not let sentiment drive us. Other realities that we forget that we have levies. I often say this to people when I'm consulting them, that no real estate tenure in the world is owned in perpetuity. We ultimately have to pay the piper. All of the real estate that we have in Botswana is leased. You either leasing it to the government of Botswana or to a tribal authority. Ultimately, we have to pay levies. There are always those hidden costs that you need to take care of. So you need to know that there is always a utility. If you are going to buy into a gated estate, you need to know that there are property owners' contributions towards the security, towards common areas. Those are things that you need to think about, and you need to know that they are moving costs. So what am I saying? Let's do our homework. Let us not forget that excitement shouldn't replace the due diligence that we should make when it comes to home ownership. Let us be concise and consider choosing the right partners, the right people to consult with as we go into real estate and its investment, so that we don't make these common mistakes that we see home buyers make. Other than that, I hope that these nuggets help shed a bit of light in your week as you consider and ponder home ownership and buying into real estate. It's an exciting journey. Other than that, from me, Kagiso Morokozo, and my lovely team here at Property Street Talk, it's a good day, and don't forget to drop in your comment down there to tell us what you want us to talk about that is curious to you and that you find interesting. Please note that this show is proudly sponsored by WMM Academy, Suitability, The Word Events Management, Morox Properties, and of course, the proud sponsor and the proud originator is Property Street Talk. From me, Kagiso Morokozo, and my lovely team here, it's a good day and God bless.